Is it sun bright or ride on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Like time through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Well, I hope everything is fabulous. I hope that your week is going well. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're feeling good about yourself. And most of all, I hope that your dreams and your aspirations come true. I really do. Believe in yourself, and that's all we can do. And become sunflowers and put goodness in the earth. And hope that when your day of blessing comes, that all of your goodness will come back on you when the time of refreshing is at hand. May you be refreshed with all the goodness that you put out in the earth. Now, with that being said, I am going to be reading on Taraji P. Henson and Nia Long. Now, they have a feud. I've been watching this on the internet, and it's so funny because these are both what I call black iconic people. In other words, these two, before I even knew, what was the lady who played in The Fences? The black lady. She played with Denzel Washington. And as good as I know her name, she's a dark-skinned woman, very good actress. She played Michelle Obama, and I thought she was a hot, stinking mess.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Yes. Viola Davis. Now, for me, they were around before Viola Davis. Viola Davis may be older, or they may all be the same age. Who knows? Just by 5 years apart. Who knows in Hollywood? I don't know. But I do know that this is who I grew up on in the 80s and the 90s. Especially in the 90s. I grew up on the ladies back in those days that was top notch. I can tell you who they were. They were Nia Long, definitely. Taraji came later, but it was Nia Long, and it was what's Will Swift's wife name? Jada. And it was a couple of other ladies too, but they fell off the scene. That girl, when we sang E Bayou, and she was the one that was having sex, I don't know her name. If you could pull her up. She was one back in those days too. Baby Cole gonna get her name. Beautiful girl. These are the people. It was more of them. But I'm just saying, Nia Long and Jada Pinkett, they were the joint back in the day. And this other girl, you got her name?
There's a few, so I'm just naming them.
She was in this movie, E Bayou, and she was the one that had sex with Samuel L. Jackson. Her. That's her. I don't know her name. I hope I know it when I hear it. So I know if you say the character, she was another one. And she was she was one of my favorite persons. There's a lot of them out there. There's quite a few. But these are the ones that I can think of offhand. And so when I see them feuding right now, I'm being distracted because I can't do anything until Baby Cone find that information. Did you find it?
I'm trying to figure out that specific character's name.
She was the one her husband got killed. Who Samuel L. Jackson tested her. No? You don't have it? Forget about it.
Also, your Google's just not working at the moment.
Okay, can we just stop?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I cannot remember her name, but as I said, it was a lot of them. So what's going on now is that Taraji P. Henson, they have said that Taraji had a facelift, and Taraji looks different. So she looks different, but with the makeup on and with her face beat, I think she looked fabulous. I can't say what she looked like without the makeup, but I know she looks refreshed. She looks beautiful to be in her 50s. How old is she? And Nia Long. So you got to understand these two are beauty. When I first came into Taraji, she played in Baby Boy. Did she play that the way her butt was walking? Fell in love with her.
Yeah, 55.
And how old is Nia?
Nia's 55. And who did you want me to look up?
Taraji P. Henson. So we got two beautiful black women, and Salah Lincoln, but she came later. But go ahead.
They're both 55.
55. Good. And so we had these two women that are icons in their day, but they both are facing decline because of their age. You understand? And it's hard to be, in spite of the money and all the things they deal with, they have made legendary status. Both of their names have to be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It has to be. They were legends in my time. These were the girls and the situations in which we looked up to in my day. And I, because I'm a little bit older, I can go back a little bit further. I can go back and say, now back in my day, it was Pam Grier. You see, I can go back a little further. You understand? But staying up to this day, because this is the next day, I can go back and say Madonna was in the day. I can go back, but sticking up here and when times really begin to change is definitely in the 90s. And I could see that now we see a fighting going on between two women and the power in which they go through. My question is, this is Taraji, Two of Pentacles, and this is Nia Long Trap. So looking at Taraji, we see Taraji is in between and twixt at her age. She's struggling. She's struggling with finances or material things or money. How am I going to make money? Regrouping, revamping. We can see that. We can see her wobbling with that. Yeah? Mm-hmm. We can see she's young. She's wobbling. She's trying to figure. But Nia, on the other hand, is a little bit further gone. You know, she's an 8. She's feeling trapped. She wants to how to get out. How do I move up? How do I do something new? How do I do this? So we see two women of our icons in competition. Are they in competition with each other?
That's a good question.
They should be celebratory, but in honest to goodness, the card came up upside down and I flipped it up. So no, they are not in harmony with each other. Now, my question is, what is the beef?
Yes, what is the beef?
Really? Well, I hear Taraji say, I'm a better actress. I have better movies. My movies mean something. I hear Taraji saying, she may not be saying it, but this is what I'm hearing in spirit. My movies like Benjamin Buttons. My movie have something to say. My movie is like, it's to the real world. And I see Nia saying, yeah, but my movies dealt with love and fresh love. And they dealt with how we deal with love, like Love Jones.
Okay.
How we deal with that. And Taraji, it's like, who you think is the better actor? Who? Jada's out the picture. Mm-hmm. All the other stars are out. These are our two icons that's out there still in movies.
Okay.
You don't see the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see none of them. I'm trying to think. These are our two icons. Nia Long and who else? Taraji. They're still playing in pictures. And they go back to the 20s and probably the late 90s. Who else you see? Mm-hmm. You see anybody? Yeah. Anybody that, if you do, please. And yet these girls don't get along when it should be the joyous time because they're representing Black folk. They are representing us. They are representing Black people. Black women.
They do represent us.
Both of them on both opposite sides of it. They both are two strong, powerful women with a message, and yet they don't like each other. What should be a joyous time for them? If they could work together, they can change the way things going in Hollywood. But I'm picking Nia as a slob. She's snobberish. And when I mean snob, let me pick a card. What I mean snobberish is it's my way or no way. What I mean snobberish is I got enough experience. I'm not doing this just for the money. I am skilled. You will respect me. I've earned it. I made it as a woman of color. I made it in Hollywood. Yes, by my looks and by my act, and you will respect me. I don't need this. But then on the other hand, I see Taraji playing a role, and her role is, look, I need the money. I need the money. I want to get paid my due. I am not satisfied with the pay. Pay me what I'm worth.
Yes.
I play in these, not these old deep, dark love roles, but I play as a woman that has known hidden figures. I play in box office draw movies. I'm up there. Who's up there with me is, what's that girl who you just in Foyer?
Oh,
Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
Pay me what you would pay Zendaya.
Yep.
I'm not satisfied. So yes, I'm an advocate. And no, I'm not Nia. And nor do I want to be. And if I have to beat my face and she can laugh or whatever, if I have to beat myself or whatever, I ain't ready to give up what I do. Mm-hmm. I just want to be paid. She's saying to me, it was never about the fact that I didn't want to act. Maybe Nia had that. I don't have that. I want to act. And if I want to act, then I got to show up and look refreshed.
True.
I can't be showing up looking mean because that's just the way my face fell. So I have to lift. I have to do that because she said I'm not ready to let it go. All right, girl. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so Nia and everybody else can laugh and say I look funny. And maybe I do because you're so used to me looking old. Duh. But now that I took it away and now I'm older, but I look refreshed, you're not used to the look. But I hear her saying, stick around.
Okay.
You'll get used to it. Because as long as my body is right, my hair is snatched, my makeup is beat, what you finding fault at? That means you're just judging me on the way I look. Well, if you're going to judge me, then judge the whole package. Mm-hmm. That's where I see she's at. So we have two different
mindsets.
Nia is like, I'm earthy. I'm pretty. I ain't got to go through all that. I'm about comfort. When I have to throw down, I'm just not, she just gets me to the point. I just classy, sexy always. I can't even conceive of touching my family root with these eyes. She understands that she's exotic. They both are two exotic women.
Yeah.
In their eyes. And they know that. Whether they know it, they know it. And she said, I'm not going to alter that or do all that. That's Nia. Taraji, I'm going to do what I got to do because I'm not ready to put my work shoes on. And Nia's like, look, I'm not going to beg, scrimp, and save for a job. I don't need it. Mm-hmm. I spent my money well. She seemed like very business-minded, very, very, very stable. What's her zodiac sign? Nia Long. She seemed very earthy, whereby Taraji seemed very fiery, very emotional. I go by how I feel. If I want to do it, that's what I'm going to do. What's her sign?
A Scorpio.
Who?
Nia Long.
Mm-hmm. And Taraji. So we have water. And not only, remember, scorpions can live on land. And water and land are cousins. They are lovers. You got water and land because you need land to have water. But go ahead.
Yes, and then Taraji is a Virgo.
Okay, so she's air.
Fire.
Virgo is not fire.
I mean, not fire, earth.
Earth. Then I say, so she's earth. So she's out for the material game. She's out. And she don't make no bones about it. So if I got to do a place, whatever I go, I'm out for that. I'm out. And Taraji's and Nia's like, but I'm mental.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need all that. And if it comes to a point where I got to look funny or all that to be, I think it's time for me to hang up my shoes. And if I haven't did enough to walk in my natural state of beauty without a few little nips and with here and there, if I got to go and alter my face, Nia is like, I ain't for that. Like, that's not. And Taji is like, if that's the cost. I hope I'm explaining the two women. And so at a time where they should feel joyful, they are not. Does that make sense? They are not. Are they our enemies? They're not enemies. This is the lovers. They're upside down. They're just in opposition of each other. They're just in opposition. See, when it does that, it's just an opposite. They're just in opposition. Will they come together? Maybe. Maybe. So, I want to end this by saying, with Taji, after her new look, was that a help? Or is that going to help her? Or is it going to hurt her?
Okay.
I see the swords. I see mentally, she's going to have to fight. Mentally, she's going to have to stand 10 toes down on why she did it, if she did it, owning it, rejecting it, or whatever. But I see her warfare will be mental.
Okay.
And her decisions to whether she did it or whether she didn't. How she deals with this thing going on, how she looks, it's really a shock to the ego. So how she deals with that. Really, she's at the pinnacle, and this is something she has to deal with. Nia Long, who thinks the total opposite, natural beauty is the way. And if you feel as though you got to alter yourself to be seen, then maybe it's time for you to do something else or go behind the curtains. But Taji ain't there. You're not going to give me anything. Neil, I'm very passionate. I'm not going to sell out for nobody. That's Nia. Taji will. If it's the price is right. If it's what she wants. She's not ready to stop acting. Nia is like, I can go or it don't matter to me. If I can produce, if I can write, she's there. I don't have to be a sex symbol before the camera. I don't need that. I don't have to let my breasts hang out. I got boys. I don't have to do that. I'm not saying that that's not true about Taji. She's looking at Taji like, you got to put yourself out there. I don't have to do that. I'm natural class beauty. You understand?
I can see the difference
So
between the two.
it's the two. And they should be loving each other, but because of their differences, making a difference and shining the light on both sides, that you can be either or and make it. This is what you gotta, Nia could say, this is how you gotta do if you wanna take my route. And Taji needs to say, this is what you gotta do if you wanna take my route. Why? Because the rap world is doing it. You see Nicki is putting it out there. You see people walking around trying to sing and act like Nicki.
Yes.
Right? Well, you need actors out there that's doing the same thing so your art won't die.
Yeah.
Your legacy. When people try to mimic you, you see people now always trying to sing, listen. They be trying to sing like Beyonce because they don't want their legacy to die. So that's how you should feel about your acting. You see people out there now trying to act like Denzel Washington.
Yes.
People out there that's, even though he's old, these old actors, I can't even think of his name, the one that's gone crazy out there. I just feel bad because I think that that messed up his career. But anyway, a lot of them, the Godfather guy, I can't think of his name. But so many actors And this is what we Black people need to do. We need to find legends in our own and keep their work alive. Michael Jackson is dead and gone. And honestly, they still moonwalking.
Yes, that's true. So in The Godfather, there's a couple of members. We have Al
Pacino. Right. You have people now trying to act like Al Pacino. Really? Al Pacino. Who else?
We have Marlo Brando.
Yeah.
James Caan.
These are some good ones.
Gianni Russo. Sorry, that came out wrong. John Cazale.
That's okay. Don't feel bad. These are names. You ain't name them.
Yes, that was for the men.
Right.
What we named the female.
No. Because Diane Keaton played it and she's gone.
Yeah.
So my point is that it's legacy. And if I'm to be honest, and if I personally had to look at the work of both of these women, personally, if I had to judge Taraji P. Henson, because of the type of movies, the roles, the acting, I say she is a force to me. And that's my opinion on that. As far as Nia Long, I love it. I love your independence. I love that you're more than an actress. I love the fact that I'm a mother first. I love the fact that I care about the way I present myself and I don't want to alter myself. I love that. I think that's beautiful. And there will be a lot of people that will take your way and that are taking your way. But as for me, Taraji P would be the way that I would go. I think she's seen making a good thing out for herself. Now, for Taraji, will she find love? I think so. Yes. If she's not in a love affair, I think so. I think it's a little wonky. I don't think her relationship is 100, but I do think that she's in a loving relationship or she will find one. As far as Mia, because neither one of them are married, is she going to find a love? Here again, I see a king, very passionate, upside down, kind of wonky, not 100, but he gives her what she needs. And she's, to me, Nia Long is a little bit hard to please. She's very finicky. It's just by nature. It's like a sickness or a compulsion in a sense. She is the way she is. It's like, I like it and I like it like this. And no other way is going to do. It's not even that she's doing it to be funny. It's just who she is. Does that make sense? And she liked being who she is. And I'm not going to change or bow down and change. It's not in her nature. And for that, her sternness, her strongness, her confidence is what rides over her. I'm not easily shaken and I'm not easily moved like Taraji. But I like Taraji is more flexible, more able to move. Taraji is mutable. And I like the mutableness in her, where I see Nia is fixed and I'm fire. I like to move. So I like where they're both coming from. And last, the outcome. Will either one of them make a blockbuster movie again? Will Nia Long make a blockbuster? No. It came up upside down, meaning possibility, but there's a possibility that she will play in a blockbuster movie. But because it came in a 5, the good part is there is a possibility because it came in upside down. But the card itself, no. Will Taraji P. Henson play in another blockbusting movie again? Yes. But it will be with much work and with much effort. Where she's willing to put everything in, that it don't come up against her, that she doesn't let the talking and all of that come up against her and make her shriek back. But it is in her to do another blockbuster again. And yes, they both will be in movies, but I definitely see there's a strong possibility that we could see Taraji P. Henson in a blockbuster. Nia Long, not so much, but there's always a possibility. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope I ended it on a good note.
Yes, you
I
did.
hope I helped the balances between these two girls. These both are legends. And it's so unfortunate that whatever happened, it got in the way of whatever they do. And they both are good at their craft. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And last, hype this video up. You know, hype us up. Subscribe to us. And don't forget to thumb us up. And with that being said,
Sunflowers.